Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. My name is Ashley. I just started editing today's video and realized I did not have an intro, so I wanted to jump on here and let you know what we're doing. So basically, I'm going to take you in all the spaces most YouTubers, influencers don't take you into, not on purpose, but it's just like, how do you incorporate it? But I want to take you inside my desk drawers, inside my cabinets, inside our paperwork storage. I feel like that's something I get asked about a lot. A, because we're nosy and we love seeing inside people's things, or at least I am. And B, I feel like it can be super helpful. If I can make your life easier, that's what I want to do. I want to share my systems with you and what works for me, because I know we all are so tight on time, and the last thing we want to be doing is like searching for things we need, digging through things that we don't. I don't know, organization is key, and it just makes your life run so much better. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos, and please, please, please share with a friend because that helps me out so much. But now let's jump straight into today's video. So the first place we're going to start off is here in my office, and obviously there's not a ton. My goal is to not keep a ton of furniture that I can just cram things in, but since this is my office, I do need a desk with drawers. There's a really cool white oak desk I want, but it only has like the one pin drawer and I need more storage than that. But I'm gonna go ahead and open them up so you can see how I keep everything. So on this side, I kind of have a thing for like office supplies. Like I love the Office Depot. My grandma's the same way. So I definitely probably keep more than I need, but I love paper supplies, stuff like this, like pens, markers, highlighters. So that's my first drawer. This is all my camera stuff for YouTube. So tripods, different cameras for different things, batteries that I can keep charged. And then this one down here, I like to keep my trash in the drawer. A, I don't like looking at it, and B, George loves to chew like paper, so I just keep it tucked away. And then this is just extra like cords, wires, tripods. And then this is my mic when I'm filming voiceovers for you guys. And then over here on the opposite side, this is the drawer I use the most. This is my planner. So this is like planning for the month and all my videos. And then this is how I plan out my day. I can actually link this for you. I got it on Amazon. So I've always used different like pads and pens, but this by far is amazing. Like it has the to-do list that you can check off. Plus it has top priorities for tomorrow, appointments and phone calls, and then notes. I don't know, I just find it very, very helpful. So if you need that, I'll link it for you. And then this one's kind of more supplies. So anytime I write in my calendar, I used to write in it, especially like videos. But with videos and sponsorships, things change. So I've learned to put them on like sticky notes. That way I can move it around and I don't have to like erase in my planner. So I love getting those off Amazon. I have colored ones for different sponsorships and labeling, and then like Staples tape, white out, kind of stuff like that. And then this last drawer is like all my sponsors, like sponsorship stuff. So like as I get it, we print it out. I have to read it before I go filming just to make sure I'm staying within guidelines. But like, that's not even all of it. But that's a lot of stuff to do with like sponsorships. And then these are my business cards, which I like never use. Like they're not even open. So I have them. I used to use them more, but I obviously haven't touched that pack in a very, very long time. But that is it for this space, because I don't have anything else with like drawers, cabinets. So it's really easy to maintain. I don't keep too much stuff because I'm not cramming it and things, because I don't have it to cram. Like I said, I'd love to get a different desk, but I feel like I need at least that much storage. Like one drawer wouldn't work. I wish it would, but it won't. So, but it definitely keeps my office like decluttered and definitely clean and organized. Okay, this next area right here is just our coat closet, so I thought I would touch on it. Once again, I don't try to overfill things, so like this shelf we're not even using. And then I just keep two baskets here. One is just a bin for donations, and then this one's all like winter stuff, so like gloves, hats, scarves, stuff like that. And then we keep some of our jackets in here, and then I just keep extra hangers for when company comes over. There isn't much else in here. I do keep a ladder back there for different reasons, because it's easy to get to. But just because you have the space doesn't mean you need to fill it. That's the best thing I can tell you when you're organizing and decluttering. I could totally fill this up, but we're not going to put things on floors. We're not going to put them behind doors and under beds unless you just have to because you're lacking space. But other than that, like declutter, declutter, declutter. Okay, so now let's talk about the guest bathroom. So in this space, I didn't even put a cabinet on the wall because we didn't need it. If you need the storage, you could have, but we don't here. I will say I do keep a table out here with just stuff I want guests to be able to find easily. If I had a cabinet, I could put it in there, but then they couldn't find it. And we do have the storage underneath here. And since this is just like a powder bathroom, there's no shower, there's no bathtub or anything like that. So we don't need to store a lot. Like you're not storing like tons of towels and stuff. But I did want to take you in here just to show you what I do store. You know, seeing inside people's cabinets is fun because we're nosy by nature, but it's fun to see how they organize. So I'm going to get down here and show you what I have. I like to keep cleaning products underneath every sink. If I just kept one set of them, I don't think I'd ever clean, but that's a personal preference. If you don't want tons of bottles, just have a caddy that you keep somewhere. But I love when I'm in this space or whatever space it is, I can immediate clean. Like if I need to clean out the sink or the mirror, I know I have everything on hand. So I have like the glass cleaner, I have the granite cleaner, and then this is the stuff I swear by. That's what I clean my sink out with. I also have like just like Lysol wipes, a sponge, trash bags. I like to keep lots of extra hand towels so I can switch them out. I do that almost daily, especially like when someone leaves here, I switch it out immediately. Extra paper towels, and then those are like for my toilet wand. And so that's all we keep in here. It gets used. I don't have like way too much stuff. I love that it's organized in bins, but that is what we keep here in our powder bathroom sink area. Okay, and just in case you're curious of what I keep out, I like to keep a toilet spray, like a room spray, a candle, and then a way to light it. So if you have a lighter or matches, and then I think it's really good to keep products like that out, especially like when you have teens and different things staying, they may not have brought it with them, but I like to keep stuff like that out in every guest bathroom. And I also like to keep paper towels, so if they don't want to use your hand towel, they don't know that you clean it that often, they have that option as well. Now let's talk about like the mudroom bench area. So as you can see, there's not a lot of storage here. When we first moved in, I put baskets down here, but I felt like I was just like cramming them with things we didn't need. And I like keeping our outdoor shoes here. So when you live on land, you actually need outdoor shoes. Otherwise you ruin all your good shoes. So they just have to be ones you can slide on easily. So I have those there. Now a way to add storage is to have different baskets, especially with lids. And so in here, we just keep like extra keys, stuff that needs to be returned, sunglasses, stuff like that. If there's like a donation, like I said, or the return, it can just get thrown over there. And I know I need to go through that weekly. But then when you come in or you're over here, you're not looking at it like across your bench. So if you have an area like that in your space and you want to hide it a little bit, just get one basket. Don't get a ton, or have like 3, but you know, each one has a purpose. But the goal is just to go through it fairly often. Otherwise, you're just going to cram it full. But once it's crammed full, then it's time to go, at least go through it at that point. Don't let it like come out. But yeah, just with a lid, it hides it. It looks like decor, but it's actually serving a function too. Okay, now let's talk about the laundry room. It is late outside right now when I'm filming, but I have such amazing daylight bulbs. I'm gonna go ahead and film. I wanted to show you a beforehand because I'm gonna go ahead and open up the cabinet so we can run through this space fairly quickly. Okay, it's gonna get a little busy because I have like everything open, but it's so I can actually move through here. So this is the cabinet above my washer. So I keep my you know, softener, my laundry detergent, just different things I use, Unstoppables. Sometimes I want the smell, my stain spray, different items for the laundry if I need it, but that's all right there. And once again, I always want to show you like there's extra space in here. Just because I have it does not mean I need to fill it or want to fill it. Over here, it's different cleaning items. So stuff for my shampooer, stuff for my mop. This is one of my most used cleaning products. I keep full right there. Sometimes I leave these setting out, but I kind of like it just being tucked away, especially since like I hang dry my clothes here. So that's all the cleaning products over there. Over here is what I call my back stock. So a lot of this stuff, you guys know I keep out in my garage, but I don't want to go into the cold garage all the time. So I keep stuff in here, but it definitely needs to be restocked. Like I need to put more toilet paper in here, more paper towels, but you can see like the Kleenexes and then extra laundry detergent, bags. This is like my steamer. I have 2 different kinds, extra hand soap. So like I said, it's just back stock. So when I need to refill something, it's in there. And then right here, it's the only thing in there. See how empty that is? And this is just for guests. I use my ice all the time, but I use like my normal cup. But then when they come, people always want to leave with ice. Like every time someone comes, they want to leave with ice. So I finally just put these in here so they can grab it on their way out. Now let's talk about underneath this sink. You guys know I like to keep it organized. So a lot of the stuff I use in here, a lot of it's just like overflow and backstock as well. Like I have all my Jaws cleaners. I have like extra Method cleaners, the brush and the Dawn I use to clean out our sink right here. I have extra scrub brushes, but I definitely love bins and just keeping everything like tidy so I know where to find it. Those are all my like Jaws refills right there. So I'm definitely not going to be running out anytime soon. So I definitely have a lot of those, but I always keep cleaners underneath every sink for sure. This one's a little bit different. We have our weighted vest in here because this is the room we put them on before we go out for a walk. But then I've started keeping this basket down here. It's all my cleaning towels so I can clean them at once. I used to leave them out on the counter and it just got messy, and I thought I have this space, so I might as well leave it. I know I missed this one over here, so this is just our trash can. This one, I keep extra hangers because we hang all of our clothes right there to dry. And then I keep extra like backstock of laundry detergent just in case I run out. I have some down there. And then over here on this side, I've shown it a lot, but just in case you're new, we're not gonna talk about this right here, or I'll discuss it here in a second. This is just like our wire drawer, like extra wires, chargers, basically electronics. I keep there. This was all in a cute little bin, but I needed it to decorate and I dumped it and I've left it. So we'll work on that another day. I did want to show you, I have this cabinet up here. So there's different rooms that our closets or cabinets had extra like shelving that we didn't need currently. So I put it all up here. That way when we want to add it, I'm not like, hey, where did we put that stuff? We don't use this cabinet for anything. So like there's all different types of shelves in here. But that way I know where they all are when I need it, because you know at one point I'm gonna need it. And then over here, I do like to address this because I feel like it always helps somebody. So this is all my organizational bins, but I put a Lazy Susan inside of them because you know how it's hard to get like to stuff in the back, especially like if it's up here and I can barely reach it. I can just spin it and get to anything in the back. Like I don't have to pull it all the way down. So if you're not tall or you have problems like reaching different medications, or maybe it's something else, maybe it's not even medicine. I know you're like double stacking organization, but it really does make it so helpful because even if it's on this level, but I need something back there, I can just spin it and get to anything that I need. So I find that super, super helpful. Now we're gonna head into my closet. I will say I'm not gonna linger here long because I did a whole video on this. So if you wanna see how I organize this, all my tips and tricks, I'll go ahead and link my video and it has full detail, but I will tell you it is holding up. So everything I did, I really love. I haven't switched anything, which is, you know, not normal for me. Normally after a few days after I film, I like think of something else. I feel like that side's doing well. One thing I always forget to mention or show is this ottoman. So if you're short on space and you have like a living room or a closet or a bedroom, it's really smart to get furniture pieces that double as like storage, and this ottoman is one of them. I picked this up at Home Goods and I go in there occasionally. They still have them in like different colors, but what's so nice is the lid comes off. So for us, this is in a closet. So we just keep like extra bags, like travel bags and stuff like that. It could be overflow of clothes, like if you want to switch switch out like seasonal clothes, but it's really good in living rooms when you have young kids. I had an ottoman like this, but it like raised open, and I would keep all of Savannah's toys in it. She would even play in it. Like it would just stay open, and it had toys and blankets and all that fun stuff. So when I needed it to look like a living room, I could just throw everything in it. At one point she had nothing but stuffed animals in it, and she would just like lay in it and watch TV. So they serve really good purposes, because then when you want to hide the stuff, all you have to do is like close the lid. This one's a little bit harder because it actually comes all the way off, but then you have no idea all that colorful stuff's in there. It's all tucked away. Okay, and not all of my laundry is clean. So when I show you inside of this, it could look prettier, but not all of my towels are clean. So here is my cabinet. I'll kind of stand back so you can see it. So we redesigned this whole setup. Like this whole thing's supposed to just be one glass shower, but we made it where it was a walk-in shower because I like privacy. I don't like having glass showers. Like I like knowing if I'm in here, like if someone walks in, the whole world can't see me. I don't know what it is. I just like a shower being private. So you walk in, and then we were able to add this cabinet here so we can keep all of our towels. This is all my bath supplies right here, so I don't have to leave them out. Then I can just set the basket out here when I'm gonna take a bath. So that's really helpful if you wanna do something like that. And then down here, I just keep 2 bins. And this is like our clothes and our towels. And then I'll separate these before I wash them. But it just works really well. Like it's so much better than having, you know, one big glass shower and all that space that we don't need. Now I have more storage here, and then like a private shower in there. I feel like I show you guys this area a lot. So if you missed my last like declutter video, declutter and organize, go back if you want to see in all of this. I want to just like focus on areas I don't tend to share with you. One of those spaces is right here. It's like our toilet area, but I've never really shown you inside this cabinet. So I thought I would. Basically, we keep extra toilet paper, different like smell scents. These are like my toilet wand brushes. We got them from Costco, so like we have tons of refills in like every bathroom. But I got these from Walmart, and I've used them so many different ways. I've shown them like wrapping with gifts. I've shown them with like candy in them, all different things. I put them back here and I love them. So I love to be stocked up on items, and then this is like where I'll overflow into the guest bathrooms as they get low. But it's just really nice to be organized with your products, because you guys know we have so many in all different sizes. And if a man's watching this, or husbands, I'm really sorry, it's just the truth. But it's really nice to have them organized and out of like the packaging. You can leave them in the packaging if it's easier, but I will say it's just nice to have them displayed in little baskets. And so that's what I have there. And then whichever one I'm needing, like if I want to set them out on the toilet during that time, I can, but typically I just leave them up in the cabinet. But I thought I'd share that. That's something influencers don't share a lot, because it's not something you want to talk about. But this is my toilet room, and this is how I organize all the things inside of it. Okay, now let's talk about the living room. I will say I'm in the middle of decorating and filming 2 different videos, so if it looks different, I may just have not posted that video yet, or this may be going up. I don't know the order yet. So if things look different, it probably hasn't changed. In here, I don't keep a lot. Once again, we don't have like lots of storage. The only thing I have are these 2 cabinets right here, and I try to be really careful what I put in them. I mentioned it earlier, but I try not to put things like under beds, behind doors. Like if I don't have a spot for it, I just need to get rid of it. So in here, I literally keep 2 blankets. And then this is just shelf liner. I keep it for my sofa because I don't know, it's rainy and snowy right now, and if George tries to get on my furniture, it gets muddy, so I can just lay it out so he won't get on it. So that's in there. And then right here, it's just decor overflow. So I like to shop my house first. If you're new here, before I go buy anything, I like to make sure, like, do I have something here? So these are like favorite pieces. I don't keep items I don't love, but if I love them and think I could use them again, I like to tuck them away in here. So I have the option when I'm decorating with things, I can just pull it out from this space first. But now let's talk about this kitchen. So I have lots of videos of like cleaning this out and organizing. So once again, like I've mentioned before, like check out my other like declutter and organizing videos. Something I recently added was this knife holder, which is super nice. I bought these knives and I had it out on the counter, and like I did love it. Like it's so pretty. If I'm gonna keep it out, that's the one. But you guys know how I am with things out on my cabinet. I had so much out, it was just, I got itchy and had to do the itch to switch. So I kept it, so when I want to put it back out, I can. But if you're looking for something in a drawer, I feel like this is just really nice to have. It came in different colors. I chose the white because my drawer is white. And then I love like the home edit organizers, especially like the silverware drawer. I feel like it's so nice. Like, look how organized that is. And it just stays that way because I have a good system. It's all about having good systems and just thinking about how you use your space. If you lived in your house for a while and you haven't changed anything up, you might think like, does this still work? Because if it doesn't, it's time to rearrange. And then the drawers below it, this is like my food storage. So these are my only plastic ones I keep for certain things. The rest of these are all glass. And I like having those, but I did try to get all the same colors, so at least it's not as busy. But this next one for Christmas, we hosted and we did a Mexican like theme. And I bought these and it came in a huge set and it fits perfect. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna use these again. One day I'll get rid of them, but I had the extra drawer space. And just in case we host again, or my mom or a friend, if you're local and you're doing a Mexican theme, I'm your girl. So they're just like the perfect little bowls for like salsa and guacamole and all that fun stuff. And then up high, these are all of our bowls and dishes and different size things. I will say, I know it's a lot, but we're the hosting house. So like when we host for different parties or Thanksgiving or Christmas, like we go through a lot of this. So I have to keep that much stuff. Like I said, if we weren't hosting, I would not need that much stuff. But since we do, I've got to have it on hand. And then we have these drawers right here underneath our stovetop. So it's all like everything we need to cook. We do have all different sets. So when you're seeing like, we have Caraway, we have Walmart, we have stuff from Home Depot, but we use it all. So I keep it. And then over here on this side, we'll start up high. I keep bowls. I think I have one in the dishwasher up there. These are like measuring cups. I'd consider this our baking area, and you're gonna see that as we go down. So like different types of measuring cups are all right there. This is right here by our stove. I used to have this so full and I decluttered it and it's working so well. I will say it's because some of the stuff I had to move in here, it doesn't fit in there. I had it in this like jar up here and it looks really pretty, but I'm just clearing it off for a little while. I'm sure I'll add it back with the knives eventually, but I just needed a break. So in this drawer, it's a lot of like our baking stuff, like the roller, measuring cups, oven mitts. You can see where Savvy comes into my life with color. So I have all that. And then all of like our mixing bowls is all right here. So it's really nice because it's right next to the oven. So this is like our baking station. So when you go to bake, everything's like right here in the area. That's how I process that. Down here, it's kind of like, well, I call this like our hosting bin. So we have tons of extra utensils because when we're hosting and there's tons of foods and pies and all of that, it's there. And then this is all like our gadgets, like stuff that go to it. And then lids to our cake pans, which are right here. So like baking dishes with the oven. Are you guys catching on? I try to keep like all the stuff together just so it makes sense. And then this cabinet right here on the end is my favorite cabinet of them all. You guys know I don't like to cook. I'm okay at baking, but I don't love to cook, but I love to clean. And so last minute, I added this cabinet because like, let me get back here. This whole thing was gonna be empty. So we were just gonna have this big nook, and I'm so glad I did. So we can have all of our cleaning supplies in here. I added an outlet so everything could be charging, and everything I need to clean is right there. And then like up here is just like extra stuff. So it's like vacuums, attachments, and I will say pretty much like nothing's in this top. It's just more for looks. We have it, but I don't want to have to use it. Now I will say on this side, I have all my Christmas dishes and then like Valentine's Day stuff that will get broke. I do keep in those, but all the rest of those, there's nothing in them. And I will take you into my pantry, but while we're over here on this side, I'll just show you. This is like, you know, our storage drawer with all of like our storage bags and kind of stuff like that. This is our coffee drawer because it's right here by our coffee pot. I obviously need to refill it, but we have coffee straws. These are all the different drinks I do. normal straws, filters, bins. I think it just keeps us so organized. And then here on these lower cabinets, I should have put drawers in. Like, I loved having drawers, but I didn't notice, like, when we signed off, I kind of saw that there weren't drawers here, and I knew it saved us money, so, like, I didn't say anything. But I do like being able to pull stuff out to get to the back. I picked these up. I want to say it was Wayfair. I can link them, but I can pull them all the way out, so you're not trying to dig in the back of things. Like, if you have a hard time getting down, these are so nice, and they like customize them to your size, and they just slide in and out. It's not super cool, and I have one here and then one on that side as well. But now let's head on into this pantry. It's working really well. So you guys have seen me like decorate this space, and I feel like this has been the best system. So a lot of these pieces are Target, so I can link them. I get asked about these the most, and they're Home Goods. I bought 4 of them. I love that it like ties everything in together, but it just works. So I love that it like keeps things together, but there's not a ton of clear bins in here. I will say I'm down to these right here, but it's mainly all for looks for the most part is why I have that out. We do use these. I used to put all of our chips and all of our cereal and all of that into bins, and as pretty as it looked, it was just too much work, and I couldn't put like new stuff on top of old stuff, so I would dump it all out to put the new stuff in. I don't know, it was just a whole thing. So like I said, this is more for looks, that whole section, but the rest I just put it away into bins, into baskets. So then there's like items in here. I will say this is a chunk of like normally not here. And then one thing I did add when we were building were these cubbies, so I could put all of my different like small appliances in, and I'm so glad I did that. Basically, I measured out my tallest appliance and then did them all like that. So I have everything there, and then I have overflow for like plastic silverware. Basically, once again, when we're hosting, I keep that stuff on hand. So I really love this space. Like, it functions. It looks pretty for the most part. Like, if you get in there, it's not that organized, but like when you stand back, it looks like I have my life together. But like when you're in there, I don't have it together as much as you think. But like from a distance, it's beautiful. Now what I'm gonna hear the most is, where's all your paperwork? Where's all your mail? I will say we go through the mail immediately. So most of that gets chunked. Most things we pay online. So a lot of that stuff we get online, we pay our bills online. And if it's like magazines and junk mail, we just get rid of it. Like, look at it and move on. Now, I will show you how we keep our paperwork. I've shared this before, but like this is mainly it. So we're gonna go through this cabinet so you guys can see how we do it. Now, let me start off by saying Chase is in charge of this, so it's not near as organized as I would have it. So like there's random things in here, but it works. So these 2 bins I would have already chunked, but if you're wondering, this is all like our instruction books, like for vacuums and bikes and lamps. Like, if it comes with it, Chase saves it, because when we go to resell it or donate it or give it to a friend, he wants to have everything to go with it. So literally that's all stuff. Now, once a year, a couple times a year, I just messed up the shelf. I'll fix that later. I will go through it. So if we've gotten rid of things and forgot to give it, I do try to go through this and maintain it better. Let me see what's in here, because look at that, I totally messed up that shelf. So I think this is all. Let me open this up so I can see. Okay, so that was a folder or container he was supposed to be going through that his mom gave him, so he's currently going through it. This is his next cabinet, which once again makes me itch just a little bit. I was gonna say, I would not have things like this. Okay, first off, I see DVDs that I thought we'd get rid of, and I'll show you how we store those. But those are vintage, and I also see the DVD player that I thought we got rid of with like 2 remotes. So
I'm gonna hide them from you.
I was gonna say, I found it. Now I'm glad, because if you have DVDs, which you may not, or CDs, which you probably don't, but if you do, this is how we store them, so you don't have to keep all those boxes. They're all, which apparently Chase is still keeping boxes. We just keep them in here, and so it made it so much smaller. I cannot believe we have this many crammed in here. But we have the DVD player just in case we need it. But I wanted to show you inside this cabinet because you guys are always asking us about paperwork, how we do it. So right here is all of our house stuff because they're larger folders we keep. But basically everything has a folder. So every car we own has a folder. Savannah has a folder. I have a folder. Our house has a folder. Chase. George, Tiger, so anytime they go to the vet, we all have a folder and we keep everything in it. So when we go to sell a car, everything we did, like receipt-wise, is in that folder we can give to them. And then like all my stuff's in mine, Chase's stuff's in his. Like I said, that's just the best way we know how to do it, but we only keep the stuff we need. Well, I only keep the stuff we need. Clearly there's a DVD player in here. But, and then like receipts. So for my job, obviously we have to keep a ton of receipts. I can see this is his system right here because it's like overflowing. But yeah, that's the best way we know how to do it, and everything's labeled. I don't want to show it to you because it's all of our information. But that's it. Like that's all we keep. I know you guys expect more paperwork, but a lot of things are online, and then what isn't is just filed away right here. I'll have to go through all these because now I don't trust Chase. I have trust issues now. I will say during marriage, I've learned to like just touch my stuff and try not to bug Chase with his stuff occasionally. But I'll show you inside his drawer. So like he has the same desk. Like, do you guys remember my pin drawer? This is his. I at one point had him organized, but this is what... Which is totally fine. It's his desk. It's his life. If he can live this way, then he can. I cannot.
It looks pretty good, right?
Yep. Okay, here's the other side, just so if you guys need to feel better. This is this drawer. Anybody recognize this from what show? You guys will have to comment down below.
The best show ever.
The best show ever. I didn't even show it and he knows what it is. Yep, so this is normal. I just like things organized. Both work. Both absolutely work. Both are okay. Okay, just so we don't end on like an unorganized note, since this video is organization, I'll bring you into this bathroom. This is our guest bathroom. So I keep it pretty organized in here. I will say I have towels down there and I have them up here. This is pretty small for, I feel like, a cabinet. Like it's narrow or something, but this is it. I can keep more up there. They may just be in the laundry. But like for Christmas, when my whole family stays, we have, you know, like my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom and dad and 2 nieces. So like we have to have tons of extra towels. So that's why I have like overflow down there. And then I actually haven't looked inside these cabinets in a long time. So I have the cleaners down there I mentioned. Every sink I have cleaners. This is our drawers. I like to keep extra toothpaste and toothbrushes because someone always forgets one, which is that. I mean, it's totally fine. So I keep those. I keep just extra like razors, and everybody gets, you know, like a new soap bar, pimple patches, all that stuff. And then in this one, I like just to keep like hair products just in case they forget them or if they just don't want to bring them. Like my nieces and stuff can come in here and grab this stuff too. He is done decluttering, so I thought I'd show you how much better that side looks. And he kept all the important stuff that he wanted to right there. It's just all the excess is gone. But this one still looks the same, so we're gonna just keep that one shut. Okay guys, I hope that was helpful. I feel like we kind of spiraled off at the end there. Chase came in to help me because we were in his office, but I wanted to leave that in there because I feel like it's real life. Like one's an organizer, one's not. He goes with the flow with me for the most part. I try not to touch his areas too much, but sometimes you just gotta get stuff done, right? But thank you so much for being here. Like I said in the beginning of today's video, hit that subscribe button. It's free, it's fun. It just alerts you every single time I post a new upload, and then share with a friend because it helps YouTube know that you guys are watching and you want other people to watch it. YouTube's funny lately and just not like sharing everybody's content. So any video that you like, any influencer that you like, be sure to like, subscribe, and make sure you're sharing their content because it helps all of us out, not just me. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.